Okay, it's time for a quick tutorial on finding mins and maxes and zeros on your calculator. So I have this graph here, and say I want to know this zero, that is an x-intercept. If I go into the calc menu, which is second trace, item 2, 0, perfect. Now I need to be, it asks for a left bound, so I need to be physically to the left of that spot. I can either use my arrow keys or I can even type in a value. Either way, get to where I want to be. As long as I'm physically to the left of the 0, hit enter. Then it asks for a right bound. I could either type a number or I can arrow so that I am on the right side of the 0, hit enter again. And then it asks for a guess, which you should do that if there's more than one 0 in your range, but better yet, just choose narrow and then I can just hit enter. And I have my 0 at this 3.205. Now this is big. Say I need to use this number again. So if I second mode, I quit and I go X and then arrow, which is the store, which is immediately above the on key. So I get that little arrow to show up, and then I can store it as, say, A. So I can hit the alpha button, and then right below the alpha button, the math button, there's an A there. I can choose any letter I want. I'm going to choose A. So now say I wanted to use that to calculate something. I could do something like A plus 3. I know that's kind of lame, but it just shows that it works. So that's storing that. Okay, so that's finding a 0, and again you go second trace. If you want to find a minimum, you choose minimum. And once again, you need to be physically to the left. I'm just going to type a 2 because I can see 2 is left of my minimum. For a right bound, I'm going to type 3 because I can see my 3 is to the right of it. Again, it asks for a guess. If I felt like it, I could type in a 2.5 or something, but it'll find it. So I'll just hit enter again, and it takes me to that minimum. Now let's say I want to keep this number for later in case I need it. So I can go second mode and then X, store, right above the on button, and then I'll store it as, say, B. So that's how to find a minimum and a 0. Obviously, finding a maximum is going to work the same way. These are skills you're definitely going to want to use, and we'll do the storing thing quite a lot actually later in the year. You can also, if you have two functions, find an intersection. Straightforward, it's in that same menu, the second trace, and then you could quit and go X store, and you could keep that X value. These X values will be there until I put something else in their place.